How are you? I hope you all are warming up a little bit. It looks like our weather is finally starting to behave itself. It feels more like December in Texas right now than it did this past few days. We're not all bundled up down here anymore. Anyways, yes, it is Thursday and it is Funfold Thursday, and I have a really cool Funfold for you. This is a Funfold I got from Rhonda Wade. I just adore all of her things she does, and I did it with my team on Sunday night. So if you all are a part of Reese's Paper Pieces, you got to do the mystery stamping with me on Sunday night. So that's this Funfold. And hello, Darlene from New York. How is New York's weather? Are you guys warming up just a wee bit? I know northern states are cold until April or May, but hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, so I'm going to be using the Traditions of Christmas suite. By the way, that paper is on sale right now. It's in the last chance. That means once this paper is gone, it's gone for good. Also, the stamp and dies that coordinate with it are also on last chance. They're not on sale, but they're last chance. So when they're gone, they're gone. Just so I wanted to use that product today. So if this is something you needed some more Christmas product, you might look at that. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's it. We've got Christmas in 7 days. I'm so excited. I love Christmas time. All right. Oh, and there's Darlene. She says warmer today, but it's still cold. Oh, yeah, I bet it is. Okay. Let's switch my camera. Here we go. All right. So this is the Traditions of Christmas paper here, and it's this beautiful poinsettia with the pink and the red and the green and that gorgeous Secret Sea paper. Really beautiful. And then this is the card that I made with my team. So this is what the Funfold is. You untie it. Come on, untie. The silver on the edge of that ribbon is kind of gets stuck. Anyways, and then you just open it up and you can write a little message right there. And it's a great fun fold for really for the designer paper. If you've got some fun designer paper you want to use, and then you just tie it back up. Yay. And if you open it all the way, the one thing about this ribbon thing though, let me explain one more thing, is so it's folded back here. Let me look at it this way. It's an accordion fold, but if you open it this way, the ribbon will come out. So you may want to make your ribbon longer, or it's okay if it comes out, because once they open it and read your message, then if they tie it closed this way, that's fine. But really the ribbon should tuck under there so it doesn't hide the sentiment. There we go. Let's push that back in there. Come on. Well, it's being ornery. Come here. Of course, and I have no nails. There we go. Nope. Come on, one more time. There we go. All right. So it goes underneath there like that. And that's how we'll do it. Except we're going to be using the Traditions of Christmas. So let's get out all the pieces that are needed. Remember, your measurements will be on your email this afternoon. I am heading down south to a little town called Waxahachie. And I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an Indian word. I am not originally from Texas. I've been here since I was 6 years old, but I think I mispronounced that town, but I call it Waxahachie. And anyways, that's where I'm heading today. My very good friend, her daughter just got a job, and so we're going to help her do a little apartment hunting, and that's going to be fun. And plus, downtown Waxahachie, if you guys live in Texas, has the most adorable downtown, and they've got the coolest antique stores, and just their square is real pretty. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. So I don't know if your measurements will get to you right away, but they will be here hopefully by the end of the day. But if you can always watch this replay and stop, pause, write down the measurements as I tell them to you. Okay. So here's all my paper, and this is just this paper this way. All right. So you can do it. You can do it either way, but I'll explain all the measurements here. And then there is this. So we'll start with the base. The base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is a traditional sized card that fits in a traditional sized envelope. And there's no fold. It's just the base. Okay. Then you have, you have this layer. And this is, nope, I'm sorry. This layer. I knew. I was like, wait a minute, there's another layer. Okay. And I used our two-tone cardstock for this. Can you see there's two shades of this? Excuse me. This is the Bubble Bath pink. And you turn it over like that. So you can have the light side or the dark side, but I'm going to use the darker side for there. That's 4 by 5 1/4. It's just a 1/4 inch smaller than the base. Then you have the 3 3/4 by 5, and that's that side. And we've got it going like that. So we're going to layer all 3 of those together. Then you have this piece, and it is 4. I think it's 4. No, it's not 4. It is, hold on, let me look at my measurements. Two-tone cardstock. Yeah, it's supposed to be 4 1/4. Oh yeah, that's right, because this is 5 1/2. I was like, that doesn't match. It matches this way. There you go. So see how it's 4 1/4 all the way across? Yeah, 4 1/4 by 10 1/2. All right, let me move over into the frame more. It looks like I'm coming off the screen. There we go, by 10 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 10 1/2. And we're going to score this. So we need to do that. But then there's these designer paper pieces. So you have this one, 3 3/4 by 5. Then you've got 2 of them that are 4 long, 2 1/4 across. Okay, 2 1/4 by 4. And then 1 1/4 by 4. So these are 2 1/4. These are 1 1/4. All right, and there's 2 each, and then there's that one. I think that's it. Okay, so that's all the measurements, and then I'm using, oh, you can't even see it. Sorry, let me get back in the picture here. And then I fussy cut, or I didn't fussy cut this piece. There's a die for this, so you cut this out of the paper. It's got the secret C on the back, and there's all these beautiful bouquets that you can cut out. These I fussy cut, and I don't know if I'll use them or not. I probably will on the inside, though. And then I use the dies on the greenery. So there's 2 stamp sets. Let me pull them out for you. There is the Christmas greenery, which has this die here and these dies here. Okay. And then there is, no, I didn't use that one. I'm using this one for our sentiment. So I pulled out words for the season. They have traditional labels that matches all this, but for the card idea right here, the wording was too big because I really wanted to show off this bouquet, and these labels would just hide that bouquet. So I pulled this one out instead, and it's got this nice little wave of a ribbon banner there with the word greetings. So I've already done that for us right there. And then they also have I love words of the season because of the great sentiments for the inside of the card. We don't have very many stamps that have sentiments for the inside, but this one has 2 Christmas ones. And we're going to use May the Magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. So beautiful, beautiful. Love Christmas. Okay. Any questions so far? How are we doing? Hey, Christy. Oh, my goodness. I haven't seen you on here in a while. Love it. Well, thank you. You all, there's a group on Facebook called the Crafty Bunch Venue, and Christy does a lot of stuff over there. She's on my team, and I try to get over there, but to be honest, I just never find the time, but I want to. But she was so sweet. She is sharing us over there right now. But yeah, y'all need to check it out. The Crafty Bunch Venue. There are so many awesome creative ladies over there, and they're not all Stampin' Up. There's matter of fact, I think there's very few Stampin' Up people over there. They're just paper crafters, and they're amazing. Okay, I've also got Tina here. Hello, and Rosie. I've got Katie. Katie's on my team. Marianne. She made it on time. Awesome, Marianne. Darlene, I already said good morning to, but Darlene's from New York, and she said it's getting warmer up there, but it's still very cold. All right, let's do this. So move the card out of the way. Let's do some scoring. So pull this down, and we're going to start our scoring at 1 1/2. Okay, 1 1/2. Now make sure you get your score tool, not your cutting blade. 1 1/2. Then at 3. Okay, and then at 5 1/2. Okay. Whoops. You know, I bought a brand new one of these when everything was on sale, because my little blade things pop out all the time. It drives me crazy. And I think it's just because this thing I've used it for so long, it's just loose. I don't know. Anyways, and then the last measurement is 8. So let me go over these measurements one more time. That was 1.5, 3, 5.5, and 8. Okay, so we've got that on there. That's all we need for that. Let's put that away. And we're going to accordion fold this. So this is going to be, this piece here is going to be glued to the card. I also want to stamp this piece before I put my card together, just in case I need to redo it. And, but we are going to fold this way. Let me get my bone folder out so it's a nice crisp fold. And then we're going to fold back. Okay. And then we'll fold forward and back. Yay. Okay, so there we go. We have our little accordion board. So let's go ahead and stamp while I'm thinking about it. Hello, Angie and Brenda. They're both here. Oh, Brenda's up in North Dakota. I don't think Brenda's going to get warm till probably July. Brenda, we were talking about how Texas is finally getting back to normal temperatures. We had a little Arctic freeze for a couple of days. And then when we say Arctic freeze, it's 28 degrees here. To you, that's like balmy weather. I know. Anyways. Okay, so we have May, the magic of Christmas, fill each corner of your heart and home. Okay, and let's go ahead and layer these 3 together. So once again, this is 4 1/4 by 5.5. Where's my glue? And then the next layer. And so I can either do both the same, or I'm going to do the darker side. I love our 2-tone cardstock for that very reason. You get 2 shades of the same color, and they're 12 by 12. So I think you get more for your dollar, more for your buck when you buy 12 by 12 instead of 8.5 by 11. I tend to waste more 8.5, 11 than I do 12 by 12. But I don't know. That might just be me. Okay, there we go. It's on there. And then this piece, and like I said, I could do the red, but I'm doing the green. So I'm going to put the red in some other places. But you don't have to use the same. You could use different pieces to cut out your designer paper. It doesn't have to be all from the same piece. I just did on this one. But once again, this is 3 3/4 by 5. All right, so those are your 3 layers. Now we need this piece. And so let me fold it back up, and we're just going to glue it right there. Oh, but before we glue it, oh heavens, I almost forgot the ribbon. Oh, and I meant to ask you all before I started. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the paper on here while y'all. And let me bring this out. The reason why this is actually won't be available until January. It is a part of the online exclusives that are coming out in January. But I just love it. I bought it early. That's one of the cool things about being a demonstrator is you get to buy product early. And anyways, it brought the blue out of those 2 blue flowers there. And so I was thinking about that one. But the red actually goes with the sweet, and I like it also. So you all tell me, blue or red for my ribbon, okay? While I go ahead and put the rest of the paper on here. Now, if you want to write a big, long message, you may want to put some white on the back to write, or use a lighter cardstock and write back here, or don't put designer paper here and use this whole area for writing. This piece is going to be showing. So when you close it, see how it's showing right there? So you wouldn't want to have to write there. But anyways, that being said, let's put the designer paper on here, and I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to put this beautiful red. While you all are answering the question, blue or red, which one should I use? Okay, so this one just goes right here, and this was 4 by 2 1/4. And then the next one. Okay. Whoops, my finger is sticking on there. Okay, and then I was thinking about, how did I do it on this one? I forgot. Yeah, I did this one this way. And I flipped it back over. Yeah. So we're going to flip it back over. We'll put the glue on this side. go. And then our last piece, and these are 1 1/4 by 4. So 1 1/4, 2 1/4, and then 3 3/4 for the big piece. Yay. All right, now that I've got all that on there, what were your answers? Let me look at the comments. So, ow, kicked my knee on the paper thing under my desk. All right, 1 blue, 1 red. That's all I got. Oh, come on, you guys, help me out. I need, oh, there, nope, that's the blue that I saw earlier. Tell me out, do we want blue or do we want red? Do we want blue or do we want red? I need some help here, people. All right, so while we're doing that, but I do need to know because I can't put this down yet until we attach it back here. So let me put this on here. All right, red, red. All right, red wins then. It's got 3 reds and 1 blue. All right, it says we need about 16 inches of ribbon. Now, like I said, one more time, if you are not wanting the person when they open it for the ribbon to come out, then you may want to make it longer, but 16 is plenty to tie a bow right there. And so we'll do 16 because that is what the instructions asked for. Come on, get on there. Ready? And some snips. Go. And now this get the center. All right, so you can see the center. There's the center. And now we're going to fold this up. Oh, come back here, ribbon. And we're going to place this on the edge right there, like that. Okay. All right, you with me still? All right, there we go. We're going to flip it over. And we're going to put adhesive back here. All right. So, and I'm just going to take my tape runner because that is my favorite thing to use with ribbon. There we go. Oops, kind of got over a little bit, but that's all right. And stick that down. Okay, now that I have that stuck on there, this piece, oops, come here. So it's only stuck at the back. It's not stuck here. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now we're going to use some glue, and I definitely want to use glue here. I don't want this part of my card coming off. Okay, and don't use too much or it'll warp your paper, but use enough to where it's nice and sticky. All right, let me close that up again. Oops, I just stuck my finger in the glue. And you want to center that. There we go. Looking good. Oh, and that's helpful having a grid designer paper to help you stay nice and centered. Okay, that looks awesome. All right, let's decorate. So we have this piece that's going to go here. Now, remember, you don't want it to, if you put it this way, it's going to not fit in the envelope. Oh, and I can see I've got adhesive right there. I'll rip that off. There we go. So when you're putting it on here, make sure you put it right. Now, the other thing you want to make sure you do not do is do not put any adhesive in the center because our ribbon needs to be able to move. Okay, don't adhere that down, but your center piece, the part of your card, like on this one, it's the banner, the label, doesn't have, for those of you who came in a little late, let me weave that back through there. You see what I'm talking about? There we go. So when you tie the card over here, it's not in the way of your greeting. And then when they open it, the ribbon moves. Okay, and then they can pull it back through. And what I was saying is if they open it this way, whoops, yeah, if they open it, there we go, that way, the ribbon comes out, and you don't want that to happen. So, but if it does, it's okay because they've already read the message. I think I'm talking too much. All right, let's get on to this. So we need some dimensionals. Let's grab some dimensionals. Oh, wow, I'm having to open another pack. I'm going through dimensionals like crazy lately. Of course, making all those Christmas cards, I went through a lot that way. All right. There we go. And 1, 2. And remember, don't put any in the center. 3 and 4. There we go. That's good. That's going to stay. we go. And just make sure. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Yeah. Okay. So now if you open it this way, it's going to come out. So most people actually either will seal that so they can only open it that far, or like I said, if they go ahead and open it all the way like that and it comes out, that's okay because they've already read your message. All right, but we're not done. We're not done. We still need this to be a little fancier. Okay, let's go ahead and tie the ribbon. Okay, and for those of you who know, I love having a self-clamping tweezers. Just stick that right in there. Holds my ribbon for me. And you can get self-clamping tweezers anywhere, but we do sell them in the embossing section of the online store. It's a part of the Heat Emboss kit. It comes with an embossing buddy, these tweezers, a tray to hold your powder. Just thinking I had something else in there too, but I'm not sure. Isn't that pretty? I love that. It needs to be trimmed, but I just have to remember not to trim it because you don't want the ribbon to be too short. But that does need to be trimmed. That doesn't look good. There we go. That looks better. All right, so I got some holly here. Let's stick that in there because that's really cool. Love me some good holly. Okay, and come on. And some more holly. Whoops. And I'm putting the glue on the back so it sticks to the panel, not the dimension. It doesn't matter though. It really doesn't matter. And that one just sticks. I'm going to tilt it a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to put this one on this side. And see where I want it first before I put glue on there. Yeah. Put it down here. Whoops, come here. Can't decide where I want to put it. That looks so random. Just leave it off maybe? Let me see what it looks like if you leave it off. That looks pretty too. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it off. All right, so we're done with that. Let's see what else. We need some bling. Got to have some bling. So I love this bling. This is so cool. So if you ever have glimmer paper scraps, you can take a hole punch. These are just flat glimmer paper with dots on, with the glue dots on the back. And I'm trying to say, let's definitely use the blue dots since I didn't have very many of those. And a little one. And they come in 3 sizes. I love that. And one more. There we go. Okay, but we're not done. Hold on. I did want to put some pretty flowers in here since I cut them out. Okay, let's put that one there. And this one. Yeah, that one there. That looks good. I might tuck this one under there too, but I want to put that last one. Oh, I forgot the greeting. Oh, I can't forget the greeting too. All right, let's stick that one underneath there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that part now is decorated. So we've got that, but we're going to put one here. And then also the front, I've got to put that on there. So now this one, I want to go ahead and make sure there's enough glue to make the whole thing stick down, but not so much glue that it warps the paper. Remember that. If you use too much glue, your paper will warp because it's water. Yeah, that makes sense, right? All right, so almost forgot the greeting. And let's tie this back up. Oh my gosh, can y'all believe it's 7 days to Christmas? I'm so excited. So I almost forgot though to order my great nieces and nephew their Christmas gifts. So I went on Amazon, and sometimes even though you've got Prime, it won't get there in 2 days, especially this close to Christmas. So, but I was lucky enough. I got an email this morning, and it said they had been delivered. So I was like, oh, phew, okay, because I don't get to go see them actually. Two of them live up in Oklahoma. One lives in Massachusetts. I'm definitely putting that on dimensionals. Um, and then three live here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So, but even that, their Dallas Fort Worth area is it would take me a little over an hour to get to their house. They live on the far east side of Dallas, and I live up here by the airport. So, all right, and then yeah, we'll just stick that right there. Ta-da! Okay, we're done. Yay! Merry Christmas! Oh my gosh, now don't forget this paper's on sale. So if you don't have this paper yet, or you just absolutely love this paper and you need more, it's on sale right now. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's fun fold. The measurements and instructions will be on your email later this afternoon, along with the replay of Monday night's scrapbook. I've started a new series on Monday night. I am doing old family photos. You know, my parents passed away, going on 3 years now, and I have not touched the boxes of photos that I inherited. Well, and I also, my brother passed away last year, and he had a lot of the family photos. And so I've been telling myself I've got to get it done. And I'm getting a little older myself. So I thought, you know what? This is going to be the year I get those family photos finally organized, put in albums. Some of them are in albums, but the albums are falling apart. And so there's not much organizing. I just need to replace the album with a sturdier album from back in the 50s. They were good albums. They're not, the pictures are okay. It's just that the albums themselves are falling apart. All right, there are 2 cards. Love it. All right, Tina says both cards very pretty. Thank you and your family. Have a very blessed Merry Christmas. You too, Tina, and all of you have a very Merry Christmas. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching my videos. You don't know how much I appreciate it. And all the cards you're sending me. Oh, heavens. I am overly blessed. Matter of fact, I was going to have my husband take a picture of me next to all the Christmas cards I've gotten from you guys. So be watching for that too. All right. Bye-bye.